No, Elias, mate, you can go. The burger van stays. No, mate, no. The transfer was for you. Auxerre bought the player, not the van. Look, I don't know what to tell you, mate. We'll see you in court. The van stays.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 8, Episode 4, and today we are going to start our Europa League phase. We don't know who we're going to play just yet, because as we can see here, the fixtures are about to be revealed, so let's go and have a quick look together. Alright, well, there's one glaring team there that we don't want to face. At least we've got Atletico at home, but outside of that, very, very doable, I would say. We look at our top seeded teams being Atletico Madrid, which is obviously a tough one, but then Feyenoord, albeit away from home. Our second tier teams are Ludogorets and Trabzonspor. I'd say those are fairly friendly. Legia Warsaw, we beat them last year, I think, didn't we? So we've got them as a third pot team along with Nordsjaelland. And the fourth pot sides are Famagusta and Sparta Prague. Would be a tough fourth round side, I would have thought. But fourth seed side. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think that we should be able to get through that. Maybe not top 8. We should be getting top 8 even. So there we go. That's that. Now, there are some games to catch you up on. So let's start with that. We've still got where this has happened. There's still quite a bit of time before we actually get to where the episode starts. So we'll start with a game catch up. I've only played this one game. That's against Slaven Belupo. And then we'll go from there. Transfer window for me is still opened. So when we finish the catch up, we'll be able to see if we've done any more signings as well. We took a first minute lead thanks to Burkic. And it was 2-0 when Rupnik picked out Siraj. Slaven pulled one back in the second half. But Torres crossed for Akbazli to restore our 2-goal lead. So a good performance from this one. Burkic with his first goal for the club. Yeah, we sort of got the early goal. We were 2-1 up and cruising, and they got one back, and obviously at that point you get a little bit nervous, but yeah, we cancelled that out quickly, and yep, it was a good performance. Next up, it was Lokomotiva. We went in front when Torres crossed for Avia, and it was 2-0 at half time when Della Babora's cross was finished by Avia for his second. Palumbo added a third early in the second half, before Lokomotiva pulled one back. But Torres crossed for Siraj to cancel it out. So another game that really, even more so than the Slaven game, we just controlled it from start to finish. We were 3-0 up earlier. Villa missed a penalty for his hat-trick, which would have been very nice for him, obviously. But yeah, from start to finish, it was more or less complete domination. So, final game to catch you up on was against our junior affiliate, Bordeaux. We took a first half lead through Siraj. Bordeaux pulled level just after half time, but Antwi crossed for Avia to restore our lead. Only for Bordeaux to punish a defensive error to draw level late on, before Sithole blasted us ahead again. So this was a game that shouldn't have even been close, but was very, very tense. They were actually down to 10 men. Hosavic, who is actually our player there on loan, yeah, he got himself sent off just after they equalised. We were very quickly after that back in front, and yeah, we escaped narrowly with 3 points, really. So let's have a quick look at the league table. And as we can see there, we are currently joint top with Rijeka, 1 point ahead of Dinamo, and then there's a bit of a gap beginning to open up, and unfortunately, perhaps, Hajduk are right now clear of the relegation zone, so that's a bit of a shame. Now, there is so much to catch you up on. I'm almost certainly going to forget something. So if we start with transfers out, Elias Fillet has left for Auxerre. 1.6 million was what we could get for him in the end. And, I mean, he was just a brilliant player for us. I don't know if you can see over here, 64 goals and 127 appearances. That's in the league. And he got some big goals for us in Europe. Unfortunately for him, we've just kind of moved past him. So he'll be very fondly remembered, I imagine, and I would love to get him back at a coach when his playing days are over. So he left. The other player that left, which is a big one, is Paulo Vizinton. Now, we could only get 10 million for him, rising potentially up to 13 point something. The reason for that is he kicked off because we didn't make the Champions League sort of proper, the league phase. Now, apparently that was a board requirement that we do that. So he was kicking off about that. He was then unhappy that that I didn't keep it. That was a promise I didn't keep. So we're already trying to promise him first team football, which we were keeping that promise. He was ultimately just kicking off. So we've sold him. There's a 20% of a profit sell-on thing. It was all very last minute, and so a little bit disappointing to lose him for as cheaply as we did. But ultimately, we didn't particularly need him. So to save the wages and get the 10 million in is better than nothing, although maybe not as good as we could have done. Now, we've also made a signing. That is Lautaro Reyes. He is signed from Racing Club in Argentina. Very good young left back. Could play as a winger as well. He's in here to be sort of a left back option. He's currently in the under-19s. He's only 18. Very, very pacey. Got all the physical attributes you'd want from a fullback. He's got more or less technical attributes, and he's an attacking fullback. We'd like him to sharpen up a little bit defensively, but I think he could do very, very well. He's a perfectionist as well, so that should help him in his development. Never played for the first team at the Racing Club, so he'll play for us at some point this year, just not right away. Now, a few other things to catch you up on. Dekic is leaving, 700 grand to Racing Santander in Spain. That's happening in January or the end of December. So he was just another one that was getting a little bit antsy that he wasn't playing. And again, another one that we've kind of moved past. He served his purpose. We're making a profit on him, and I'm okay with that. And a player that is coming in when our window opens in January is essentially a direct replacement. So you can see it's actually 875,000, an 18-year-old Slovak international. I've been after this guy for a little while, and he wasn't ready to. Wasn't ready to leave his original team that he's at now, Strada, and we've got him now. So it's actually the same club that we signed. If you remember, at Grindavik, Kruzliak came from this club, so let's hope he's half as good as him. But again, physically quite good, mentally an absolute monster, and technically, again, as an attacking fullback, quite good. So between Torres, Antwi, and Kovacic, I think we've got three very, very good right-sided players. We're going to have Delavabora, Rupnik, and Reyes on the other side. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. So, yeah, that is all happening in January. Oh, no, wait, no, it's not. Sorry, this is happening at the end of the season when his contract's up. No, it's not. It's happening. No, it is happening in January. And one last final thing to update you on is we are improving our training facilities. So that's in progress. It will be completed, as you can see there, in 6 months' time. That is essentially a part of the Byzantine money going into that. I did ask for a new stadium, but as you can see, that was rejected. So that's all, I think, everything caught up on. I've almost certainly forgot something, but I'll tell you as I remember what else has happened. It was just very busy into the transfer window. Let's go and have a look what we're doing as we start our Europa League campaign. And we start at home to Nordsjaelland. Now, our second game today will be against Feyenoord, assuming there's time to do it, because it's been a very, very hectic start to the episode. We're expecting a 3-4-3 out of them, and this is the team that we're sending out. So, it is Pulic in goal. Now, Jutunen is back. He's only just come back. And to be honest, he's not done particularly well, so we're not going to force him and rush him back in. It's going to be Fatakanti and Triantis as the back two. Triantis is still here for now. His contract is up at the end of the year. We might just have to eat that, and so we have him for the season, to be honest. Torres and Delavabora will be the width. Sithole, Bosniak, Palumbo, Sakanji, Bertic, and Avia will be the rest of the team. So we can see the team sheets here. Now, if you're wondering where Williams is, he is injured. He should be back fairly shortly. There's no one there I recognise, I don't think. What do we say to this? Where the favourites go out. It's a home game. I really want us to win this. Just play your natural game, boys. We need to win this one as well, because, was this our pot 4 side? That first bit I recorded was hours ago at this point, so I can't even remember what I said at the start of the episode, but I think this was our pot 4, so they've come out 4-4-2. So that throws a slight spanner in the works of how we're lined up, course, it means we're going man for man at the back now, doesn't it? Should have played Jakic. If we played Jakic, we could have just dropped him straight back in. Sithole could do it. Yeah, that has... that's a little awkward. Let's hope we don't concede. If we go in front, then we'll make a change. If we go behind, we might make a change. As long as it's 0-0, we'll just leave it as it is. But yeah, I mean, this is, as I said, this is a sort of team that we really do need to beat. Dinamo is in the Champions League proper, so that is, I mean, it's not terrible, I suppose. It just means they've got extra money, but they have more money than us anyway. They did win their opening game as well. Lokomotiva are 2-0 up, so that's good news for the league as well. Because what we ideally want is the first two teams going straight into the league phase. Now, that's a long way away yet. But that's got to be the goal for us, I think. Here we go, Sakanji. No, that's not Sakanji, it's Siraj. Delavabora. It's, you can see what he's trying to do. There's no one there, but Bertic picks it up. Back to Torres. Torres floats the cross in. Back post, and Palumbo. He doesn't get many with his head. And he gives us a 25th minute lead. I like this stadium we're in. Can we have this stadium, please? I'm getting a little... I mean, we don't have that much money, I think, and I probably should have shown you this. Nice little backflip from Bertic there. We have about mid-20s in the bank, 25 or so million in the bank after that transfer window, which is now closed. And I can kind of see why the board haven't agreed to the new stadium. But equally, like, come on, guys, we need our own stadium at this point. Siraj. So there were comments that I'm saying that wrong, which that's probably a couple of weeks ago now. The problem is that there's another ball in. Avia has his 6th, or does he? I did see a comment after we signed him. It has counted. Calling him Cocaine Ronaldo, which I thought... I did enjoy that, I've got to say. I'm not going to refer to him as that because... I'm not sure how monetization's going to get picked up by that. Yeah, because it'll be auto... what's the word? It'll pick up what I'm saying. I don't want to go around saying the C word too many times. But, yeah. I do enjoy him being referred to as Cocaine Ronaldo. Alright, can we go and get a third before half-time? Now, if we can do that, we could look at... not so much resting players as giving some players game time. Here we go, Siraj now. He gets the ball in. Sevilla. What am I talking about? Avia even has his goal. That is his 2nd. And I was expecting this ball to go out to Torres. Siraj has just picked it up and then drilled a cross in. And everybody's worried about Bertic at the near post. It's found Avia right dead smack in the middle. So it is 3-0. And this is good. This is exactly what we needed to do. And you can see, even with selling Fillet and what's his face, Vizentin, we've still got Akbazli, Turpic, and Matanovic as options on the bench, plus one or two other youngsters. So we just had too many strikers. I almost didn't sign. We want to say don't get complacent here. I would. We're happy. I almost didn't sign Bertic because we had a V and we had so many strikers, and in the end I just sort of told myself he's 2.5 million. He would be better than any striker we have, with the maybe exception of a Villa. Oh, and they've pulled one back early in the second half. And should I have said don't get complacent here? So yeah, that's partly why we got left with too many strikers. Pulic just couldn't quite get a hand to it, and we've told them to focus. Let's hope that they don't go and get another one back, or else I'll be absolutely ruining. Not doing my usual boring, don't get complacent halftime talk. That's their only shot on target, so there's not too much need to panic. But if it gets back to 3-2, I for one will be panicking. Now, what we could do is just throw another centre-back on, which might make life a little bit easier. Oh, it's an absolute... That has to be offside, doesn't it? Or else it's kamikaze defending. It's counted. So Delavabora is in... He's got half the field to himself. And then somehow Siraj has found himself in more space in the middle. This guy's gone for the block and missed it, and Ando has just stood there watching. So that makes life a little bit more comfortable. It is now 4-1, just after the hour mark. Let's make some changes, or wait till after this one. Avila hasn't got his hat-trick yet, does he? I want to give Turpic some time is the problem. I wonder if we could bring him on for Bertic maybe and just move Avila into maybe a less favourable position for him as the deep lying forward. Go back to the goalkeeper. Triantis. Suddenly a very important player for us, for someone who wants to leave at the end of the year for nothing. Bertic for Torres. Avila's in the middle. If this is his hat-trick, we can take him off guilt-free. Siraj. It's Palumbo. Oh, that was a Turpic finish, wasn't it? All right, so let's make this change. Turpic can come on. Maybe we'll just expand Turpic's horizon. He can play as a deep lying forward. Is there anybody else that needs to come on? We could give some defenders some game time. We're getting to the point where it's not going to help their development anyway. Now speaking of defenders and young players, we've sent 2 players off on loan to Bordeaux for the season as important players there. So Brigic, our defensive midfielder. That's offside, isn't it? It's either offside or terrible defending. It is disallowed. So he's got off there, and that Schoolbowl, I think I pointed him out an episode or so ago, he's developing really well. Oh, it's only just offside. So we've sent him out on loan to get a full season playing top flight football as well. So he should come back, better for it. And we've still got, as you can see there, Borchman. We've still got Besenic. And we've also still got Jakic here as well, who wants to leave. Another player that was a little bit unhappy for some reason. But we've sort of seen that off. There was no, we said we'd sell him for 300 grand. Nothing came in close to that. Oh, somehow Lokomotiva have stuffed that up against Vienna, who we put 6th past in Croatia. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So we're into stoppage time. I think we can assume from here we're not going to lose the game or drop points anyway. You'd be annoyed if they scored 3 goals in 3 stoppage time minutes. So it's going to be a winning start, which is excellent. Are we going to concede another goal? We are. So that's less excellent. We know that goal difference can play a role. And, yeah, Torres just let it go over his head, really, didn't he? And you'd have to say Pulic in goal possibly could have done a little bit better as well. But that will be that. It's 4-2. Defensively, not brilliant, but we certainly looked okay going forward there, didn't we? So it's a winning start to the Europa League campaign, and that is ultimately all that matters. Oh, we're going to have to play Aston Villa at some point in this, aren't we? Almost certainly. But there we go. We're in the top 8 as well, which is nice, but long way to go yet. So Jarun Hammer Nordsjaelland, I think it's Nordsjaelland's how it's pronounced. We've got 500,000 in the bank. Avila with a double, very nicely done for you, sir. And just to show you the finances, how we stand, just under 20 million now in the bank, 21 million on. So I've got the transfer budget and the actual budget mixed up. Well, we've got lots of money to spend, and you know what's come out of that is the training facilities. I think that was 4 million, so that's probably where I've messed that up. Anyway, wait right there. No time to lose. Feyenoord's next. Alright, welcome back. Now, we are about to face Feyenoord in Holland, well, the Netherlands, but before that, we've got to catch you up on the game in the league. That was against Rijeka. I believe it was a top-of-the-table clash, first versus second. Let's see how it went. We fell behind early. And it was 2-0 after 28 minutes. Edwy crossed for Ranocchia to pull one back, before Rijeka made it 3-1. So, I mean, I'm still waiting for us to turn up for this one. We just never, ever got going. Now, Jantuna, we put him in goal to try and get him, back up towards match sharpness. Was horrid. Only played a 6-3. Rupnik was horrible. Borchman, so many, you can see from the match rating, so many players just didn't show up. So it makes me think, I've got tactics wrong, but I don't know I don't know what I could have done differently. We had more possession, but we just never did anything with it. Great header from Ranocchia, though. That was literally the only high spot, though. So, yeah, that's not great, but we'll move on to Europe. If you're wondering about how the league table looks, we're 3 points off Rijeka, but we are still in second because Dinamo dropped points to Bordeaux. Now, this is the team that we're sending out here. It is Utenin in goal. We're going to stick with him because, in theory, he should be the better goalkeeper. He's training on okay. Yeah, it's him or Pulic, and I mean, it's almost a 50-50, isn't it? But we'll stick with the guy that was going to be the number one. Triantis and Fatakani will be the back two. Torres, Sithole, and Videla Vabora. Palumbo, Kakavanga, Siraj, Bertik, and Avia is our team. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Don't recognise any names. I think we're not quite far enough in yet, are we? I think we did sell Santiago back to a Dutch team, so maybe at some point we will start seeing some players popping up here. I'm going to say just play your natural game. The one thing that can only explain the Rijeka performance is that we put a bit too much pressure on them. But even then, I don't... Yeah, I mean, it was a rotated side, obviously. Reyes made his debut off the bench, the Argentinian fullback that we signed. But yeah, it was shocking. It was just absolutely shocking. So, yeah, there we go. Torres is number 49. I probably should have given him a better number. But I don't change numbers. Once the player has a squad number, that's it. That's what they keep for their time at the club. And sometimes it's just down to what numbers are available at the time as well. I'm thinking Dekic probably has number 2. And so that's why Torres can't have that. One thing we did get is a bid for Torres. Dortmund and Bayern are both interested in him. I tried to learn my lesson from Tosic and accept or offer him out for like less than the release fee, but with a 50% sell on, but nothing kind of happened with it. We rejected some bids from Dortmund. They never got close to, I think they got up to about 4 million, so about halfway to the release fee, and then they just never came back in for him. So that's fine. We've got him till at least January. Here we go with Triantis to Palumbo. Nice ball to get it wide there for Della Vabora. Kakavenga is in. Kakavenga is in. Oh, he hit the post. And, well, that's a little bit unfortunate. And Sithole gets back, wins it back for us. And we've got another highlight. Can we get to that? Oh, Siraj was trying, wasn't he? Just couldn't quite. And we find ourselves in a little bit of trouble. Torres gets back, snaps into a tackle. Still, though, danger's not clear. That's offside. Surely that's offside. I'm trying to think now where the ball was. Unless he's behind the ball, but the ball went forward, didn't it? Oh. Well, could he have been behind the ball? Maybe he is just on. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? So we're 1-0 down. How close was this? Oh, Vabora's playing him on. So I think he was probably offside behind our centre-backs, but Della Vabora's played him on. All right. Burkic to Triantis. Siraj. Palumbo gets it forward. Nice little flick down from Avia, and Siraj from miles out draws a good save. Palumbo to take the corner. We've got Triantis at the back post. We know he's good in the air. It's punch clear. Kakavenga has it to Fatakanti. Oh, I thought we were going to get a elongated highlight there, but no such luck. I mean, we're doing okay. Dominating possession. They've not had many chances. They've just happened to score the one they did have. It's going to happen here. Can we win that? Triantis is there. Torres knocks it down for Palumbo. Burkic. Nice ball for Avia. Avia's in. Avia's in. Avia's hit the crossbar. It was a save onto the crossbar. Burkic now to take the corner. In towards the back post. Goalkeeper's there again. And that is that. Another highlight. Jentinen. We start with our goalkeeper this time. Fatakanti. Come on, Villa Vabora. Palumbo. We seem to have a lot of space, don't we? Torres, can he get down the outside? He can. Can he whip the cross in? He can. Avia's there. He had his hand up as well. He was calling for it. And Fatakanti. Good tackle. Triantis now on the ball. Palumbo back to Triantis. To Torres. Triantis to Sithole. Palumbo back to Sithole. Look at Avila through the middle. There's an open C there. And, oh, Avila, is he onside? Oh, I'm not sure if he's onside. At the time the ball was played to... Oh, it was onside. It's a cracking effort then. It's the goal of the season. There was just a moment here where he went and stopped. Oh, no, this guy's dropped off and played him onside quite comfortably. It's a really good strike, though, from Avila, isn't it? So we draw level. It's 1-1. And I think there was a moment when he's offside. No, he's probably always on. But anyway, excellent news. It's 1-1. Let's see if we can go and get a half-time lead now. Bertic to take the corner. It is a decent one. It's flicked up. And Torres has it. Triantis. Back to Torres. To Palumbo. Palumbo, can he whip the cross in? He's got Torres with him and just kind of almost trod on the ball, it looked like. But Sithole will win that back. Sithole to Torres. Look at Bertic in the middle. He takes not the greatest touch. Back to Torres. Post again. Or was it a defender? And we've got a throw, but we won't see any more of that highlight. We are suddenly more or less dominating the game, but it is level. We'll give them some more encouragement. Everybody's match rating looks okay. Palumbo. Cross in. It is again away. Kacavenga has it. He goes back there to Vabora. Fatakanti. To Palumbo. Palumbo to Berkic. Oh, that first touch from Berkic. If he's onside, I think he is. I think it's marginal, but I think he's onside, and that should be 2-1 with each of our new strikers getting the goals. The first touch from Bertic here was absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Just dug it out of his feet brilliantly, and look at the finish as well. No chance. I tell you what, if we keep these two strikers and we keep them fit, they could take us a long, long way. Really good. Now, of course, we've got to remember, Avila does have a release fee. Bertic doesn't. So, maybe if you're going to fall in love with Bertic until we get rid of the release fee from Avila. Here we go with Della Vabora. Can he whip a cross in? It's a decent one, but again, the goalkeeper's done quite well from crosses, hasn't he? And is that the highlight? We're going to continue on. Triantis is there, knocks it down for Torres. And we go from the back. Fatakanti. Triantis. It is Palumbo to Siraj. Siraj to Bertic. Bertic to Torres. I'm not sure if he's onside. If he is, he's done very, very well. And there doesn't seem to be a problem with it. And Torres has got himself another goal. It is now 3-1. And you've got to say, 3 very, very good goals we've scored here. This is a cracking counter-attack. Bertic is heavily involved again. And Torres, we know he's good in front of goal. And I just really don't want him to leave. It's such a shame because if we still had Tosic in this lineup, we'd have a really... I mean, we wouldn't have Fatakanti. To be honest, Fatakanti has probably done about as well. The difference, I think, is that he's at his ceiling, whereas Tosic was going to continue to improve. But we start to look like we've got a really, really good young side. Which we still do, to be fair. And there's still some more young players coming in. That's another good first touch. And Ricardo Pepe, in stoppage time in the first half, has got it back to 3-2. But when you look at this, Palumbo is a bit older, as is Kacavenga, as is Della Vabora. They're all sort of late 20s. But outside of that, Triantis as well is probably mid to late 20s. I think he's 26 or 27. But everybody else in this lineup is quite young. Where are you, Triantis? You're 26, 27, 27. So, don't let your performance levels drop. It is a very good young team that we have. We know we've got, as I said, a couple of other youngsters that are coming in January or at the end of the season. So, the future is looking bright. We're definitely headed in the right direction. The problem that we're going to have, and I think the problem we're going to have for a little while yet is going to be... Oh, Siraj, can you get to that? No. It's going to be sort of convincing players they want to stay with us, especially until we get either regular Champions League football and or a bigger stadium. We can't offer the wages. Avia's in here. Avia's hit the post again. It's Torres. It's Siraj. Siraj has a go. He's hit the post as well. Oh, I've never, I don't think ever, had a team hit the post. Maybe I'd say it all the time, but we hit the post so many times. And for a second then I was worried that was going to be... let's tell him to focus. Let's just go back to positive, maybe off of attacking. I probably said the same thing about Grindovic. Oh, I can't believe how... Probably I said the same thing every time we've done an impossible dream. But it does feel a little bit like we hit the post more so than others would do, or you'd expect a team to do. We are doing chance conversion training. I try to do, I mean, almost out of impulse, I try and do it every week, just because nothing annoys me more than when we don't take chances. Here we go with a Villa to Torres. Torres has got himself a bit of space. Can he whip the cross in? He can, and it's Bertic's third of the season, his second of the game. And it is now 4-2 away from home against Feyenoord. Now, did we play Feyenoord last year in this competition? Part of me, I'm starting to think, yes, we did. I can't remember now if we beat... I think did we beat them 2-1, but I can't remember if it was at home or if it was here. I'll have to go and check that. But it's been a very good away performance, especially in Europe. And there's no one really young on the turf pitch. Maybe we could give him a game. It's a little bit late, to be honest. Yeah, I've waited too long. He's not going to get a match rating. Palumbo. Oh, it's not his greatest moment, in truth. Can we stop the counter-attack here? We've done a decent job so far. Della Vabora gets back. Oh, and Palumbo's just given it away again. And he's done his best to assist him as well. Settle down, Palumbo. Here we go with a Villa to Kakavenga. It is Bertic trying to get in behind. Siraj picks that up. He's got so much space. Siraj is in. Siraj! With the most anticlimactic moment in the history of football. The goal was begging. He had two teammates to his left. And he just chipped it straight into the goalkeeper's arms. So we're into stoppage time, of which there will be 4 minutes. We won't make any subs at this point. We'll just let these guys play it out. I think we've got Varesden, I want to say, in the league, which is somewhat of a struggling side, but we've had our moments of struggle in the league as well. But never mind that. That has been a superb performance. Bertic with a double. Nice to see the front two actually showing up now and getting it done. Who's not showing up yet is the goalkeeper, but we've had such terrible luck with goalkeepers so far in this club, haven't we? When we even struggle to keep a fit one at times. So that is us fifth in the standings now, 2 from 2. Now we've got to remember that we've got Atletico Madrid to come at some point, so I think we can pencil that in for a loss, although they have dropped points at home to RZ, so maybe there's a chance. Can't be a great Atletico side if they're in the Europa League anyway, I suppose. So another 500,000, which is very nice. We turned dominance into victory against Feyenoord. And Bertic was very, very good there, wasn't he? So there's signs it's all starting to come together. Maybe not so much in the league, but certainly in Europe it is looking a lot better now. So we will come back. We've got one of our affiliate teams in the cup, so that should be fine. And we'll come back for Dinamo at home, which is still the biggest game of the season for us. And then it'll be Ludogorets away from home in the Europa League. And we'll see what we get out of them. I suspect, well, it's a game we really do need to win. Having beaten Feyenoord away from home, surely we can win in Bulgaria as well. Take care.